Welcome everybody, I'm Colleen and I am a Pilates instructor for 16 years now, taught well over 10,000 hours. In today's video we're going to do a chest opener. So how do you know if you have a tight chest? Well, you probably can feel it, but a lot of times you'll be rounded forward, your head is stuck forward, and then you have a difficult time engaging your back muscles. So the pectoral muscles in the front can get really tight and pull us down this way. So we're going to be doing stretches for the pecs and the front of the front of the shoulder and the chest. This is level 1, and then I'm going to have another video which I'll link in this video. So if this feels sort of too easy for you, you can go on to the level 2, or once you do this video for a couple of weeks and you feel like you're opening your chest more, go on to level 2 to just keep opening your chest. And obviously this allows us to have really good posture and also healthy shoulders. So we are going to start lying down on our backs, and we're just going to start with our feet will be underneath our knees, and we're going to just kind of roll our shoulders open, and you just want to kind of feel like your upper arm bone rotates open along with your palms. So not just your palms, but make sure the upper arm is rotated open. And then you're just going to lie on your back, relax your tailbone, and just take a couple of deep breaths. Inhaling, you're going to feel like your collarbone is pulling apart, and your palms are up and your knuckles are on the floor, and you're just going to kind of gently squeeze your shoulder blades in the back together, and exhale, hold. So inhale, we feel like our shoulders are pulling away from one another. Our back of our hands are gently pressing into the floor, and we're opening our collarbone to inhale, filling the chest with air, and then exhale, just gently squeezing the back of the shoulders. And 2 more here. Inhale, fill your chest up with air, open your collarbone. Exhale, squeeze the back of the shoulders. And then 1 more inhale, feeling your chest really fill up, and exhale, squeezing the backs of the shoulders. Now you're going to push into your feet, you're going to gently squeeze your glutes, and then you're going to start to walk your shoulders sort of open and walk them sort of together. So it's like we're trying to do a back bend. If you've ever done that prep, you can interlace your fingers if that feels good. If not, don't worry about it. And we're just trying to hold here. You're gently squeezing the bottom of your shoulder blades together, especially, not just the top. And you're trying to breathe again into your chest to inhale, and just try to feel like you're expanding your chest. Exhale to hold. Inhale, pulling the collarbone apart, filling the front of your chest with air, and hold. Squeezing your glutes to inhale, breathe. Opening your collarbone, breathing into your collarbone, exhale to hold, and then 1 more inhale. And then on your exhale, start to bring your arms out and just float your body back down. We're going to bend our elbows like a goalpost. So it'll be at a right angle. Our palms will face up towards the ceiling, and our elbows are just in line with our shoulders. And we're just going to hold here, inhaling and exhaling, taking a few deep breaths. And then let's walk our knees open and put the soles of the feet together. So we're just going to hold here for a little stretch. This can be very challenging for a lot of my clients. They can't get their forearm or the back of their hand to the floor. So you might look like this. And we want to just start to try to get the forearm and the back of the hand to sink into the floor. Inhale again, we're breathing into the chest or the collarbone, and then exhaling, blowing the air out of the mouth, gently pushing the back of the hands and the forearm into the floor. Inhale. Exhale, and then 1 more inhale, exhale. You're going to bring your knees up, and then we're just going to float the arms up off of the floor just to about 1 inch or 2. And now we're going to go overhead with our arms. So we're going to stretch our arms overhead, our pointer finger and our thumbs will meet right at the crown of the head. So not up towards the ceiling, but directly overhead. Now, as I come down, you want to lead with your elbows. So look over at your elbow and make sure that they're bending. And that takes me right back to my right angle, right? So we inhale. We breathe into the chest, we reach overhead. Exhale, we come back into our right angle. Inhale. Breathing through the nose, exhaling it down. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you like and you can reach the floor, you can actually keep the back of your hand and your elbows on the floor. To do this exercise you can also do standing against a wall. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And then 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to flip on to our sides. We're going to take the arms out, and they're going to be one over the other, and you're just going to not be right directly on your shoulder, your bottom shoulder, but on your shoulder blade more. Your knees and hips are stacked, so one hip over the other, knees over the other, and they're going to stay there. On my inhale, I'm going to open not just my top arm, but my chest, and I'm going to turn my head to look at my hands, and then exhale, I'm going to come back. Now, as I open my chest to the ceiling and then I turn towards my hand, I'm going to pause, make sure that your knees aren't lifting and your hips are staying stacked and your feet are staying down. And then we exhale it back. Inhale, breathing into the chest, turning our head, exhaling it back. Inhale, opening the chest, and exhale. And then 1 more. Inhale, open all the way up. Hold here and make sure your knees are just pressing gently into the floor. 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, hold. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, hold. Good. You come back to the center, and then you're just going to flip on to your other side. We're going to stack one hand over the other, and then we're going to keep the knees pressing down. Inhale, we're going to open, and we're going to look at our hands and keep your knees pressing down. So I want to show you at this angle too. Watch that your arm is not up by your ear and over your head, that it's more like a T. And then we're coming back. We're pushing into our knees. We're keeping our hips stacked, and we're trying to move not just our arm, but we're really trying to open our chest and even our rib. And then back to center. Inhale, and I'm opening my chest and I'm turning my head, and exhale back. Inhale, I open, and exhale back, and then 1 more. Inhale. Now we're going to hold here. We're going to look at our hand, and we're going to push our knees into the floor. Inhale, exhale, hold. Inhale, exhale, hold. Good. And then we're going to just bring our hips back to the center. And then here we're going to just take one leg up and then the other leg up. Now, I want you to keep your palms facing up and gently bring them down a little bit, and they're just gently going to press into the floor. We're going to keep our knees as if they're in a cast. We're just going to do a little ab work here, but you're trying to push gently down into the back of your hands, keeping your collarbone open and trying to not round your shoulders to do this. Inhale. Exhale. If you feel like your chin is lifting and you have tension in the neck, just get a pillow and just place the pillow under the back of your head. Gently pushing down into the arms. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And then 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring the knees in. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. Now we're just going to grab the backs of the thighs, you'll tuck your chin, we're going to roll up, and then we're going to flip over onto our stomachs. So here, if you can, you're going to keep your heels together, your toes apart, and we're just going to start with a little movement, again, just to open the chest. So we're going to put our hands outside of our shoulders with the palms facing down. Our forehead is on the mat, and the important thing here is to tuck your elbows in. You're going to lift your head first, looking at the edge of your mat. You want to point your elbows down to the floor and just open your collarbone, looking forward and then coming down. So it's a really small movement. We inhale, we tuck the elbows tight into the rib cage, push into the heel of the hand, lift the head, Lift just your chest up, pull your elbows down and in, and hold. And then come down. This is really challenging. I'm gonna just take it to this angle just so you can see how little my chest is coming up. So I lift my chin, tuck my elbows in, and I'm just lifting up just slightly. I can feel it all through the front of my chest, and I'm pulling my elbows into my sides. And then down, and 2 more, lift up, tuck the elbows in, roll the chest open, and then down. Good, now, we're gonna take our hands just a little bit higher. You can get them as wide as it feels good that you can move, but if you're able, keep them fairly shoulder width apart. So heels together, toes apart, and the hands are just a little bit higher this time. You lift the chin, you tuck the elbows in, and then you roll your collarbone open. If you can keep your forearms down on the mat, you want to do that. And then you're coming back down. Inhale, lift head, look at the top of the mat. Tuck the elbows down and in, and lift your collarbone. And then exhale it down. Inhale, lift the head. Tuck your elbows in gently, push into your forearms and lift up. And then come down. And then one more, lift the chin. Roll the chest open, push into the hands and up. Good, you'll come down. Now you're gonna take your arms back out to a T, palms facing down. And then what we're gonna do is stretch our right shoulder. So my right palm is down and it's just below, my hands are just slightly below my shoulder. I'm gonna bend my left elbow, bend my left leg, and I'm gonna start to bring it around to the back of my body. So this is much like a wall stretch if you've done a doorway, if you've ever done a doorway stretch for your shoulder, but now we're just using the floor. So gently push down into your right heel of your hand, and if you could get your left arm to come up, you'll do that. If not, that's fine, you'll just leave it here on the mat, and you're using the floor to just gently open that front shoulder and your pectoral muscles, inhaling and exhaling. And the more you sort of press down into the heel of your hand, the more you're gonna just feel that open. Inhale, exhale, and one more inhale, exhale. Good, we'll come back to the center. I'm gonna just show you the back side of the stretch. So I'm gonna stay here. Again, your left hand should be slightly below your shoulder. The heel of the hand is pressing into the floor. I'm gonna bend my right elbow to push off of my right side. Lift my right, or bend my right knee and then bring it behind me. And then if I can open my right arm too, I'll do that. So we're gently pushing into the left heel of the hand, opening our chest, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling the front of the shoulder and the chest, inhale and exhale. And then one more inhale and exhale. Good, you come back to the center, and then you're just gonna take your hands wide. You're gonna tuck your elbows in, walk your feet and legs apart, and we'll just do a little swan stretch. So you're gonna lift your chin, tuck your elbows in, come all the way up, and we're gonna hold here, opening our collarbone. If you're tight, you can walk your hands further out away from you. So inhale, open your chest and your heart. Exhale, hold. Inhale, breathe and open. And then one more inhale. Exhale. Good, you'll bend down. And then you'll just press back into child's pose. Take your hands out overhead. Sink your hips back as you're pushing down into your hands. So if you notice, my chest is reaching forward, my gaze is reaching forward. And here again, we'll get the shoulders, which help the chest open. And then we're gonna rock forward. You're gonna drop your hips and lift your chest up. And then as you swing back, push hard down into your hands. Keep your elbows straight. Look forward. And then we're gonna rock forward. Drop your hips, lift your collarbone and your chest open. And then rock back, pressing down into the hands, and then rock forward, lift up, up, up. And then we push down, and then we reach up, open your chest, and then one more down. Looking forward as I go down, and then up. Good. And that's a great routine to open up your chest muscles if they're tight, and your shoulder muscles to give us really good posture, to allow us to breathe better, and to just have really good shoulder health. So try to do those stretches every day, every other day. Once you feel like you've mastered these exercises, you can check out my other video, which I'll link, and we're going to use props for that one, and that will be a little bit more challenging, but still opening your chest. Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe and share it with a friend.